the Pisces. Cast my line, now they're biting. Yeah, rocky coasts and lighthouses. What she knows now, I doubt it. Talk to me nice. I think your confusion starts with street lights.
Hi Pisces, welcome to your June 2019 reading with me. I had to light some sage before our reading, guys, because I do not know what is about to come up. Here you guys go. We can cleanse our energy in our space. Pisces, welcome to June. June is a combination of Gemini and Cancer energy. First 2 weeks of June is going to be that Gemini energy. It's mutable air. So Pisces, if you didn't know, you're a mutable sign. But Gemini is a little bit challenging for us on the zodiac wheel, because if you look at the zodiac wheel, Gemini and Pisces square, so they create a 90-degree angle, and this is a season of conflict, compromise, having to meet halfway. But the one thing I like about squares is that you absolutely have to do something, because it's too conflicted. Every zodiac sign gets a chance to get squared. Aries, you're up next. They're going to be getting squared next when it's Cancer season. Cancer season will be a bit different. It'll be water. We'll be back into the water. It'll give us water to swim in. We'll talk a little bit more about that when we have your cards. But first I wanted to just explain a little bit about the oracle cards I have here. I have the Indigo Angel deck, which I use very, very seldomly. And then I have the Wisdom of the House of Night. So I like to bring out these cards whenever I'm dealing with light and dark energy. Gemini is a dual sign. So Gemini always inspires me to balance the two fish that Pisces has, the light and the dark, just like Libra. So I am going to get a card for the light here. It's the angel vibrations, very light energy with this Indigo Angel deck. And then we're going to all, of course, look into the subconscious in the dark to see what it is that we don't know. So the seen and the unseen, basically, Pisces, I don't need to explain that to you guys. You understand that light is what you can see, and the dark is the absence of that. So that's how I'm explaining the light and the dark this month, because some people think light is good and dark is evil. No, it's the seen and the unseen, the known and the unknown. So we're going to start by getting an Indigo Angel card for something that we have a little of clarity about in June, Pisces. We're going to read from the book after we get both oracle. So what is the message for Pisces for June 2019? What's the message for Pisces for June 2019? Just one card. What are they aware of? Wow. Pisces, we have divine timing. I've done all the readings except for I have to do Aries and Taurus after us. So just 2 more videos after you. And I'm not sure if Taurus and Aries will get divine timing, but so far, Cancer was the only sign that kind of had divine timing in it. But this is coming out for us, Pisces, so wow. I'm feeling the vibes now, and we have an underlying energy here of allow love. So Pisces, this is about allowing love into our life. This card came out for Virgo, so if you guys want to know the message about this card, watch the Virgo reading, because I did read from the book with this card. There's an underlying energy here. You could be dealing with a Virgo. This card came out for Virgo in this position, but I am seeing something here about a message of some of us Pisces are getting really hopeless when it comes to love. You know, some of us who are in unhappy relationships or just single or alone, like we're really starting to, and you know, we're romantic, you know, so it's very sad when a Pisces starts giving up on that fairy tale, because we are the fairy tale, you know, but we just have a hard time finding in other people. We have a hard time sharing our love, our unconditional love with others, but we're being told to trust in divine timing. Look, this woman's holding a heart. This woman is holding an hourglass. So this is about the hourglass of our heart. I know we see the little last bits of sand falling, and that's symbolic for we're really getting close. I don't know if it's June, Pisces, but in June we're going to start becoming aware of the divine timing of our love and how we're allowing that. How we may be getting in the way of the person we're destined to be with and stuff. So there's basically something here about being patient when it comes to your heart. Trusting that you're going to be in the right place at the right time when it comes to this. Just because there's an underlying energy of allow love. I had to get that out. But Pisces, this stands on its own. There's just an underlying energy of someone's heart, okay? This is our message. There's something here about being aware of divine timing, which is really telling me that Pisces is kind of very, very in tune and intuitive in June. To be aware of divine timing, that means that you know that something is going to happen. You don't know when it's going to happen, but you trust that it's going to happen when it's meant to. And when you trust that everything is happening when it's meant to, you know what time it is always. Does that make sense, Pisces? Because timing becomes divine. You don't care the actual logical date. You just know that it's linked to energy. So this is about seeing time and energy, which is very spiritual. Let's go ahead and get what we don't know, Pisces. This is going to be something a little bit more mysterious from this deck, something that we need clarity about, but can't really see. So what is the message for Pisces? Okay, wow. That came out pretty quickly. We have the Hope card, and this is what came out for Sagittarius. I don't know what will come out for Aries and Taurus, but I know Sagittarius got this same card. So we're definitely teaming up with Sagittarius energy because Jupiter rules both Pisces and Sagittarius. Okay, so I want to tell you guys that we do have some really interesting energy this month that is very much affecting us, which is Lilith in Pisces. You guys want to do some research about Lilith in Pisces because that has been a shift in June for us. And then we also have Neptune, our ruling planet, going retrograde really soon, I believe at the end of June. So that's going to be important, guys. The bottom of the deck is rigid. Pisces, this is about, remember I was just talking about some of us losing hope, and we got the card Hope. Same card as Sagittarius. But the underlying energy is this wall that we've built up, this wall that other people have built up against us. I think there's something going on. There's something under the surface going on that you don't know about on June 27th, June 30th. So maybe from the 27th, the 28th, 29th. So basically from the 27th to the end of June, or at least June 30th, there may be something here. Okay, this is definitely about some sort of wall. You might have a wall built up subconsciously. You might not know about this wall, even though Pisces is really in tune. You guys usually know when someone isn't giving you all of their self, and you know when you're not giving all of you to someone. That might be the problem, but we're being told to stay hopeful, even though there's this rigidness to consider. Okay, we don't know about this, Pisces. This is what we don't know, and how beautiful to have a message saying that what's going on under the surface, what Pisces doesn't know is that there's hope. And that almost makes me emotional. And it's like you want to keep faith in divine timing, Pisces. You know, I bet all of you watching can name at least one time where you just had a feeling, you just knew something was going to happen. You might not have known when, you might not have known how or why, but you knew. And so you don't want to lose hope in this divine timing of your life, okay? Because right on time, it's not going to be late, it's not going to be early, but right when you need it, Pisces, there's going to be this renewal of hope. Let's get into the books, and then we'll get the tarot card messages. So divine timing. I couldn't have asked for a better card of guidance for Pisces this month, because I'm telling you, this is not a month to control, Pisces. This is a month to surrender and just trust in the timing of everything. You ain't gonna have to do nothing. Okay, divine timing. Now there is another card in this deck, divine purpose. So this is one of the most powerful cards. Divine timing. It's on page 20, and I just opened up right to it. So that's divine timing. There you go. This card means the resolution of the situation you're inquiring about is delayed by much more than mere circumstance. Divine timing means that nothing can happen before the dynamics of your life. Divine timing means that nothing can happen before the dynamics of your life are completely ready for it. Many factors are involved in divine timing, including other people's free will choices. If your wish is fulfilled at the wrong time, the conditions won't be right and the manifestation won't be lasting or permanent. Trust in the divine order of things and know that you're right on the path towards the fulfillment of your wishes and your indigo mission. Keep your faith strong and be open to intuitive guidance that calls you to action. One step at a time. All of your prayers are heard and answered exactly when they're supposed to be, Pisces. So a couple things here. This is obviously something that we're all aware of. This is a beautiful thing to be aware of, okay? This is talking about, now there may be a situation, Pisces, that you're inquiring about. Probably the main reason you clicked on this video. And it's saying that there is a delay, and it's delayed by much more than circumstance. So this is not a coincidence that something is delayed in June. Something that, you know, you may have thought there was a certain time to meet somebody or do something. You may have these plans. You may have plans for yourself in June, Pisces, but divine timing also has a plan for you. And I was just talking to a Virgo about this, about how some situations are bigger than us. We're not able to see as humans that bigger picture. And I know sometimes in my life, I am so happy that the universe steps in and takes over, because if I would have done a certain thing a certain way, then I might have missed out on something really good. So this is really about trusting in that divine timing. And this means that nothing happens before your life is ready for it, Pisces. So you want to consider that something you're wishing for, something you're longing for, you don't know what comes with that change. You don't know what comes along with that. It may not be good for you. So if there's something that doesn't happen in June, know that it wasn't meant to. Because because June is too divine to be tampered with in any way. It's like it's already been written. Okay, I don't know. Very powerful though. Many factors are involved in divine timing, including other people's free will. So free will choices are coming up here. The argument between free will and fate. I believe in free will, but I also believe in fate. Okay, so there's something here about the wrong time, being fulfilled at the wrong time. And if things, because sometimes as a Pisces, you know, I'm very magical. I do a lot of spells and rituals, and sometimes I wonder why things don't happen as quick as I think I'm ready for them to happen. And this is answering that question for me personally, which is if your wish is fulfilled at the wrong time, the conditions won't be right and the manifestation won't be lasting or permanent. Some of you Pisces need to hear that, because some of you guys make the mistake of thinking that it's an error on your part, like that you're not doing the ritual right, or you're not manifesting enough, you're not setting the intent pure enough. No, it's just that Pisces has a very strange relationship with the divine. So to trust in the divine order of things is to basically trust in you. Remember, this has a lot to do with allowing love. So I know that this has a lot to do with the majority of us. This is the divine timing of love coming in and out of our life. We might not have thought this was the best time for this relationship to end in June, but it is. If there's a relationship that starts or ends in June, it's meant to. This is about our mission, and we need to keep faith, which is interesting. This card is talking about faith, staying strong, and be open to intuitive guidance that calls you to action, Pisces. One step at a time, all your prayers are being heard and answered exactly the way that they're supposed to be. Whew, that is just reassurance for me, and that is really helpful to know. So now, this is obviously, you know, something you already know, Pisces. It's validation. Now we're going to go to the unseen, which is something going on under the surface with us. You know, Pisces, this might be us keeping hope subconsciously, in us not really knowing that, because I love that there's some hidden hope here. And there is a full moon on that page, so there could be something here about a Sagittarius full moon, which is happening on June 16th. But this is also the card for Aquarius, so you could be dealing with Aquarius. And this is on page 80. Hope is on page 80. Okay, Pisces, this is something we don't know. When you choose the symbol of hope, know that no matter what temporary setbacks there may be in your life, light will return again. When the moon is hidden in the darkest forest, it is hard to see your next step, and it is easy to give up in fear that there will never be safety or light again. I am here to guide you when you have lost your way, whispering to you to maintain faith that good things will come your way once more. Take one step forward towards your dream. I will take 2 steps forward towards you to help you achieve it. Have hope, and only good will come from it. Okay, specifically on June 27th, please stay hopeful, Pisces. All right, this is beautiful. Okay, talking about faith, and this is like, some of us are afraid that we'll never feel love again, we'll never feel safe, we'll never feel light again, and this is just not true. Okay, some of us have lost our way, but we need to maintain faith that good things will come. Okay, especially in divine timing. So we look at our dark and our light here. We really just need to trust in divine timing is what the message is, okay, Pisces? So I'm going to put hope here. I'm going to put divine timing here. I love it. I love that divine timing. This is like a metaphorical hourglass, okay? We got the Ten of Wands underneath, Pisces. I did feel when I started your reading, what I wanted to say to you was that things have just gotten too heavy. Things are just too heavy in June, meaning that we're going to be laying some things and people and places down, whether we like it or not, okay? Getting rid of those burdens. All right, so we're going to break this down by week, okay? I'm going to take it, especially because it's the Ten of Cups. Like, who wouldn't want that? Ten of Cups coming out for Pisces. This is the first week of June. It is June 12th as I'm recording this. So most of you are going to be watching the second week, the third or the fourth week of June. But I'm just letting you know that this is the energy I'm in here. We're going to get a card for that soon. Pisces, this is for you. Look at the bottom of the deck, the moon. So first week of June, most of us have already experienced this. This is some sort of emotional abundance, some kind of completion, a home environment. There's something very important about the way you feel about home the first week of June. Your emotions, like, are you fulfilled in this relationship, Pisces? Are you fulfilled where you live? Because this always reminds me of a happy home environment, like the white picket fence. There's some kind of energy revolving around that the first week of June, but there's an underlying energy here of the moon, meaning that is us. This is the ruling card for Pisces. It could also be Cancer, but this is our card. So this is definitely a message for us, but just to keep it general, the moon is also something that is hiding something. Now, there was a new moon. There was a new moon in Gemini the first week of June, on June 4th. And that, Pisces, was a new moon that squared us. So the first week of June was really emotional because of that new moon. Okay, we're going through 4th and 10th house energy, but we're also going through, just because there's a 10th house full moon for us later on in the month. But yeah, Gemini is our 4th house of home, family, roots, and we had a new moon there. I think this is a message about that new moon. But there is something here that we may not know about this Ten of Cups. It might be hidden, it might be subconscious. You may have had a dream. You may need to follow your intuition about what would most emotionally fulfill you moving towards the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th week of June. Okay, now the moon is also our shadow side, and it's also fear. It's an illusion. So be very mindful of that energy as well, because there's just a hidden underlying aspect of this energy, right? The moon is telling us more about why this card came out. This is definitely about us and what in our home, where we live, our family. Some of us have children. Some of us want that. We may be thinking about this. We may have a lot of emotional space for this energy. Let's keep shuffling. Well, right behind the moon, though, is the Four of Swords and the Hierophant, the Six of Cups. Commitments from the past, a Taurus from the past that you haven't spoke to in a while. I'm seeing Taurus. There's someone here with a Taurus moon. I do have the moon and the Hierophant. Now, this looks like, I don't know if there's a child here. And then basically, Pisces, yeah, there was something you lost from the past. There was a commitment that you lost from the past that you've been trying to heal from. Okay, and this is talking about healing our soul, meditating, peaceful. You know, this energy here is very peaceful and spiritual. This is about meditating on our beliefs about the past, which I think is Neptune retrograde energy. What is the second week of June for Pisces? 2019. Give me one card to best represent the second week of June for Pisces. We have the Hermit. How did I know the Hermit was going to come out for Pisces? I really thought it would. This is our opposite sign, Virgo. Some of us are dealing with Virgos. Some of us are just self-reflecting the second week of June, really isolated. A lot of us are not going to be going out the second week of June, and if we do, we're going to be in the corner chilling because we don't really want to be in the spotlight. We're going inward the second week of June. Now, there is a female Virgo here for some of you. There's a Capricorn and there's a Taurus. It doesn't have to be female, but we got the Queen of Pentacles. So I think some of you, there's some finances with a Virgo, or just something that you're reflecting on, especially if you have Virgo energy. If you have like a Virgo moon or sun or Mercury, if you have Virgo energy in your chart, this might be about you. But I just know some of us, a lot of people are dealing with Virgo. And if you're not dealing with a Virgo, then you are reflecting on the abundance in your home. The first and second week of June is all about reflecting on emotional fulfillment, and there is something here about finances and being stable, being secure with this queen here. There may be a significant earth sign female energy that is relevant, but this is about your stability, Pisces. This is about money, the physical realm, which is not always swam easy in by the fish, if you know what I mean. You know, this is our opposite energy here, that realistic money. There's something here about getting real stable. There's a stable home environment here too that someone's reflecting on. Let's look into the third week of June for Pisces. What's the third week of June? Wow, we have the King of Pentacles now. So the Queen was just there, and now the King is there. So definitely a relationship. Some of you guys are in a business relationship where money is exchanged and shared and stuff. But now we have the King. So it really doesn't matter if you're dealing with a female or a male earth sign, because they're both showing up. Underlying energy, 7 of Cups. So the third, and I didn't specify, but the third week, this is the second time that last month the King of Pentacles showed up for Pisces too. So I know some of us are dealing with male earth signs, or if we're dealing with women, they're very masculine. Okay, there's definitely, now if you're not dealing with an earth sign, for the rest of you, this is just somebody with money. It is a man. There's a very stable man that may be coming into your life, Pisces, the third week. But this is also an energy we can take on. You know, we just had the Queen, so it's like we're very focused on our stability financially, you know, actually focused on reality in the ground beneath our feet for once, Pisces, instead of that we've been dreaming for a long time. You know, Neptune's in Pisces till like 2026, so we've got that under control. Like, there's not a problem there with sleep and meditation and all that spiritual stuff. That's our given right. That's our birthright, Pisces. We are the 12th house. But we do struggle a little bit with facts, reality, money, finances, the tangible, the materialistic stuff, value. That's a completely different realm than what it is we're used to reflecting on or isolating ourselves in. Okay, and there's just some options here. I don't know if one of these options during the third week of June is a earth sign man, specifically Taurus or Capricorn, but we do have Virgo here too. All the earth signs are showing up, Pisces. But the third week of June, it looks like there's an underlying energy of confusion. That fantasy, Pisces. This card reminds me of Pisces because it is the illusion card. And you know how they say Pisces are connected to illusions because we're ruled by Neptune. But we can make sense out of the illusion, Pisces. We navigate through it. We create it. We are the illusion. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, definitely keep that in mind. I think we're just trying to ground ourselves, because I'm going to be honest, this energy is not appreciated when it comes to the real. Like, I don't want to feel that energy when it comes to my wallet or finances or bank account. I don't want to dream and, you know, be confused and daydream and illusion. Like, no one wants illusions when it comes to the reality. That's why Virgo and Pisces are opposite signs. Reality is what it is for a reason, and dreams are what they are for a reason. There is a reason why we have to go unconscious in order to dream, you know. And then you talk about lucid dreaming and astral travel, and those are loopholes. But I'm just saying, there's a divide. Reality and fantasy oppose each other for a reason. And right here in the third week of June, we're trying to be more realistic about something. But there's just some options. I think there is an option here of stability. But, you know, this card has been coming up for people, Pisces. Third week of June, there's an underlying energy of just, you know, choosing something. Because I know there's so many different options the third week of June, but you don't want to stay in this situation for long because you're being told to stay stable and grounded and practical the third week of June. Okay, so there's just a lot of options here. One of these options is stability, security, a job maybe. The King of Pentacles is a hard worker. Let's get the fourth and final week of June. What's the end of June looking like for Pisces 2019? Just give me one card. Alright, Five of Swords, not the best energy. But we have the Three of Pentacles at the bottom of our deck for the whole reading. So that tells me that June, the entire month of June, has something to do with teamwork. It's best, Pisces, if everyone's just working together and getting along. Now, I know you can't control other people, but we have an underlying energy of cooperation, collaboration, some kind of job, third party maybe. There may be 3 different people here with money or 3 different values that you have. The Three of Pentacles is also about a plan. So you want to have an underlying plan for June. Now you want to trust in divine timing, you want to stay hopeful, but it's also going to help you to have some sort of backup plan. And I think there is something here about a job or just money or a teamwork situation. Okay? So we have June here. We have 4 cards to represent the month. First card, 10 of Cups. Emotional fulfillment. Most of us already felt this. We're trying to complete ourselves emotionally. And the next card after the 10 of Cups in tarot would be the Ace of Cups. So that tells me that some of us have really we're tired of feeling a certain thing, and we're really ready to feel an emotion that we haven't felt in a long time, whether it be romantic, whether we just want to feel this, because we are water signs, so we're entitled to our emotion. But yeah, you're getting really close to a completion emotionally, and it probably has something to do with a home environment or a relationship, because that's the 10 of Cups energy. And you're wanting a new beginning there, right? Could be having children involved. This could be a home environment. I've said that a million times now, so I think it is for most of us, especially because we're going through 4th house energy, Pisces. There is some newness being planted in the house of our family. This could be family. So I know the first week of June was all about emotional fulfillment. Okay, it was about happiness. Most of you probably were feeling kind of abundant emotionally, or just thinking about this energy, how happy you're going to be in this home environment. Envisioning that, reflecting on that. Some of you may live with a Virgo. If you live with Virgo, if there's a home environment, family situation, relationship situation with Virgo, they're showing up, okay? Sun, moon, or rising. This is our opposite sign, Pisces. And this is a very wise card. So it's very important that we're being wise the second week of June, okay? Especially financially, because some of us are reflecting on our emotional abundance in a home environment / relationship the first and second week of June. That Gemini energy definitely reflecting on home, which makes sense. This is going to be when we move into Cancer season, which is our 5th house of romance, pleasure, and creativity. I think the energy may be positive in some ways, even though the cards don't seem... There's something we need to talk about here at the end of June, Pisces. But second week, which is where we are now, wisdom, reflection, going inward, maybe feeling a bit lonely, definitely spending time in our solitude, but spending that time in solitude doing things for ourselves that emotionally fulfill us, Pisces. Not using your spare time to do anything but what would help you, like meditating. So there is some energy like that in the second week of June, like just, and I always say with this card, there's a difference between being alone and lonely. Because sometimes it depends on the company. Like if you're good company to yourself, you're not going to feel any kind of way when you're alone. I spend a lot of time alone, not just the second week of June. I spend a lot of the time alone in general, but that is being highlighted in the second week of June because I think we're going to have a lot to reflect on. I think we have a lot to go inward about, and it's kind of like a soul energy. It's very wise. Solitude and isolation. Like I said, some of us may isolate the second week of June, because there's something we need to go inward about. And this hermit is looking right at this 10 of Cups, so I know it has something to do with love, family, home, something. And we're reflecting on that. And to be honest, it's just being wise about emotional fulfillment. It's going inward to seek that and supply it for yourself. Some of us may live alone because this is a home environment, and where someone feels alone or literally is alone, it's just like someone's isolating themselves the first half of June, staying indoors, but still spending that time in deep contemplation and meditative thought about what you could reflect on emotionally. And it definitely is a home, definitely family, definitely emotional abundance, some kind of blessing, something. So that's the first half, that Gemini energy, that this is when it squares us. So there may be conflict in the home. There may be compromise that has to take place. But then we move into, this is a very important week, guys. Okay, a lot of stuff happening. Cancer full moon, summer solstice. I'm sorry, not Cancer full moon, Sagittarius full moon. Cancer season, though, will start. And then I think Neptune is going retrograde around this time, too. So, yeah, again, with this King of Pentacles at the third week, I don't know if this is a very wealthy person. It's very masculine. This person is well off. They're financially well off. They work a lot. This is someone who works a lot, like the breadwinner. I don't know if this is an energy we're taking on in order to obtain this, or if this is someone exterior to us that financially supports us. It's a masculine figure that is the sole provider of your stability. And it'd be really nice if we could be this for ourselves. So for those of you who are mastering this energy, the third week of June, being independent, working hard, this is about security, Pisces. Okay, and it is linked to a certain man. Again, earth sign, men with earth sign energy, the third week of June are going to be relevant for some of us. They may have that in their rising or their moon. And I guess to put it differently, stability and security, logic, the materialistic realm, like the King of Pentacles, it's a king. I mean, there is a king here. So it's not like it's the Knight of Pentacles or the Page of Pentacles. This is finally mastering something financially. Being the master of our own reality is strong Taurus energy, honestly. But I do get a Capricorn vibe, and I do get Virgo, obviously. But to be honest, I'm sensing more Taurus, Virgo. Not that it matters. It's just going to matter to some of you, those details. It could be any man, any person who is a hard worker and is not broke. That might be someone coming in or something that you want, Pisces. But the end of June is the Five of Swords. So again, I think last month ended with conflict. Now we're going through June ending in conflict too, because this is the Five of Swords. And this is conflict mentally. This is someone at the end of June who just wants to win. This is about picking your battles wisely, though, Pisces. Little petty arguments. Someone here does not want to fight anymore at the end of June. They don't want this conflict anymore. This is harsh words being said, yelling, screaming. It might even be a physical fight. It's just conflict mentally. It's something that needs to change about how we communicate with other people, or how we communicate with ourselves. Because this is my communication change card. 5 means change. So with this, the second half of June, Cancer season, there might be some arguments with the earth sign. There may be money conflicts. These are arguments that are literally happening because of stability, because of security. Like someone is arguing about that. Someone does not want to fight anymore about stability, security, money. I'm telling you, there is going to be significant money battles. Be very careful not to stress out and allow money worry to get you guys to get in arguments. Because I do see that there's a earth sign linked to some arguments at the end of June, and it probably has to do with a home. It has to do with money. It has to do with security, right? There's just some conflict there. Okay, there is. It could be a Taurus, but it's just anybody. I don't want to get into the signs, but I do have certain signs jumping out. Basically what I'm getting is there's financial conflict. Some of you, that is going to be an argument. There is something that needs to change financially, and I think some of you guys are going to get in arguments about that. Like there's something that needs to change, because the third week of June is all about security, Pisces. You're going to be really, really concerned with the ground beneath your feet, because you spent the first half of June reflecting on this home environment, this emotional abundance, going inward. So by the third week of June, you're going to be quite sure how to obtain that physically. It doesn't take Pisces long, to bring things into their reality. They just first have to do this spiritual stuff. But the third week, Pisces are here on earth, and we're taking on the qualities of someone who's mastering the material. But we want to be careful of control and stuff, because remember, we had people who can make their own free will choices here. So just keep that in mind if you're getting in arguments, specifically with earth signs, are about money, because everyone has their own free will. Something does need to change at the end of June, though, in relation to this. Okay, now bottom of the deck is the Three of Pentacles, which is a certain job energy. There's a third party here or something. 7 of Wands, 6 of Wands. So some of us may step down in order to be victorious. I think we really are done fighting. Pisces is really done fighting at the end of June, because we want a new beginning, okay, of clarity. Because there is going to be this new truth, and it may or may not have something to do with walking away. Because Pisces, the underlying energy of your reading is telling me that there may be an issue with 3 or more people working together. We have the 3 of Pentacles and the 7 of Wands. So even though we got this is the plan, the job, people working together quite nicely, there's this energy attached to it where there's a person who feels like there's competition. So I don't know if you guys are dealing with competitive co-workers, or you might have to stand up for a job. You may have to stand up, Pisces, for this, because this is like kind of a battle card, like King of the Hill kind of energy. There are people in this card who want you to fall. Watch your back at work. If you have a job or something like that, or a situation where you work together with others, even though it seems like there might be some people in the situation who work good together, but with this here, there's gonna be a slight energy where you feel competitive. You might have to defend a job. You might have to fight for a job. Stand up for yourself. Okay, but I do feel an energy of you stepping down from a job, Pisces. You see, these two people are up high. There's a person up here on a bench, and there's a person up here. Someone does not like how high up you seem to them. That might be what this argument is about. But I think you step down for, I almost said lesser victory, because look, we have the 7 of Wands and then the 6. The 7 came first, and then you move right to the card that's supposed to come before that. So I think you guys are tired of competing. Like, you're not going to fight for people to work all together, because that doesn't even make sense. We literally have like two polar opposites here. An energy where everyone's working together, but someone amongst those people feel a little bit defensive still. So you may decide whether that's a relationship or a job. It's actually a home environment for some of you. This is about everyone working together in a home environment. Yet someone still does feel a bit alone in the situation, and they're going to be the source of this battle-like energy. They're going to start stepping up. It might be us, Pisces. It could be someone else, though, in the situation. It could be a Virgo or a fire sign. But there is victory here. We are going to be acknowledged for something. Something happens towards the 2nd or 3rd week of June where we're admired for it. We're successful. We're victorious. We're celebrating some kind of stability. Something. Okay, and it looks as if there's a new beginning here. It might be with the Aries for some of you, because we have the Fool card. But this is a new beginning. You might have to take a risk. This might be a new beginning that you took a risk for, and you're successful, Pisces. This is a successful leap of faith. People watched you do it, and they're proud. You're celebrating a new journey financially. For some of you, it's a new job, or it's a person with Aries and Earth energy. They're coming in. You may take a risk with an Earth sign. You may take a risk financially, and you're going to be successful, though. Okay, we have this clarity coming in here, and this is a card that's right here by the 5 of Swords. So it's like this argument, it's because the truth is coming out. This is, somebody has something to say. Now this here is a new beginning of clarity. It might be a new beginning with a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But this to me is an argument. Someone doesn't want to fight anymore because they know the truth. They know their truth. This is an argument where the truth is different to 2 or 3 people. There is 3 people. And that's interesting. There's 3 people in both these cards. So I feel like there's just some conflict over money between 3 people or more. Okay, but this is about the truth, Pisces, and taking a risk because you know that truth. And in this case, I think somebody knows the truth. They know they're going to be victorious. I mean, this is a new beginning surrounded by 2 victory cards. So if you're thinking about jumping in June, if you're thinking about taking a risk, starting a new beginning, do it, because you know that it's the truth. Even if you have to argue about it, you know it's your truth. You know it's going to be victorious. You know it's the best thing for you to do, because you're tired of being in this situation where it looks as if it's like half the time these people work well together, living all together, especially if you live with 3 people or more. It's like, yeah, they cooperate sometimes, but what about this energy, Pisces? This is the only kind of negative card in your bottom of your deck, because I think this is what you're walking away from. Because we do have the 8 of Cups here and the Knight of Pentacles. We have Virgo, Gemini energy here. Knight of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. So Gemini, Virgo, both of those signs are ruled by Mercury. This is the difference between moving fast and moving slow. There's a lot of tug of war going on in this card. The Knight of Pentacles is like stagnance. And these are 2 messengers. It could be 2 different people. This is an air sign and an earth sign. Or someone who says something really quickly to you. Or you might be rushing in. But it looks as if someone's walking away from an earth sign as well. Like, these 2 people are pretty much being guided in 2 different directions. Maybe the Sagittarius full moon on the 15th is relevant here, where you're walking away from something emotionally. It could be a Virgo or a Gemini. Okay, 2 different people here though. And it's like, this is a situation where you've had a lot of anxiety. You're leaving this anxiety. You've been waiting on your ships to come in, or I guess waiting on the opportunity losing sleep over it maybe, insomnia, nightmares. This is what you're wanting to leave behind, Pisces. 6 of Swords, 9 of Swords. Heavy air energy, a lot of worry about where you're going. But it's time to get to more calmer waters here, because your mind right here, not good. A lot of mental darkness here. Okay. And it may or may not be because you want to rush into something. Remember here. Let me show you this here. The difference between fast and slow. Like it's like something was going really fast and then it came to a stop. This is a very polar opposite energy, similar to this here. We're working together, but there's competition. We're rushing in, but we're slowing down. Kind of confusing. But what I was going to say is remember the divine timing. Remember that things have a specific energetic speed, okay? So yeah, this might be some anxiety about something moving too slow, about stagnance, about finances, a financial message. And this is about walking away as well from emotional investments that are draining you. Walking away for your soul journey of truth, Pisces, this victory. Some of you are going to walk away with victory with this new beginning, okay? You're going to have to take a leap of faith and jump for this victory, but, you know, you're going to be admired for it, but you have to stand up for yourself, Pisces. Especially when it comes to these people here. Whatever this situation is, whatever plan these 3 people had, it's going to involve a slight bit of defensiveness, okay? Pisces. Looks like an interesting month. It looks like we're doing some emotional reflecting, especially when it comes to home and family. If you live with a Virgo, definitely Virgo here. We've got water, we've got earth, we've got air, but we don't have any fire here, Pisces. You are missing wands from your reading, so you need to express yourself. You need to stay passionate, okay? Stay manifesting, because the only thing you're missing is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, wands. You've got earth, you've got air, you've got water. Okay, so hopefully this resonated, guys. This is what I have for June. I really like it. There's just some things coming up, but the cards don't lie, and I don't lie either. I'm just reading what they say. So if this resonated and you'd like a personal reading, please check my description box for any additional information you might need. If you have any questions, you can always email me. So I'm pretty sure the next time I'm going to get on here is for the Sagittarius full moon. So if I don't see you guys there, I'll talk to you in July. Bye. Have a great June.